Competence without warmth makes people suspicious. Patients and other people are more likely to believe and trust your ability when they like you, which is based on warmth. In healthcare, we can be a big offender of this because, of course, those technical skills, that's competence, it's essential. It's non-negotiable, so we can focus more on our expertise and IQ, intelligence quotient, and forget how important our humanity and EQ, emotional quotient, are. We need our patients to trust us. We need our teammates to see us as confident, which means we need to be likable by showing warmth. The ability to be warm to another human is both generous and a selfish skill to master. It gives the other person what they need, and it makes our lives a whole lot easier. We'll say it again, competence without warmth makes people suspicious. This is backed by research. Studies around the warmth competence model show us that people decide, are you safe, before are you capable. Dr. Susan Fisk, a psychologist at Princeton University, is a pioneer of this stereotype model. She argues that warmth and competence are the two core dimensions in social perception. Warmth is the intent, are you a friend or foe, and competence is the ability to carry out that intent. Okay, but how do we show warmth? Step 1 is to align our belief. For patients to trust our expertise, we must first be warm, show warmth. Step 2 is to understand what it looks like and how we do it. We can show warmth through nonverbal cues, which are our strongest signal. Vocal cues, like we talked about last week with tone, verbal cues, and behavioral cues. The great news is that we've already mastered most of the soft skills used here. Find the cues that feel natural to you and the ones that you can continue to upskill. Let's run through them. Screenshot them and save them in that folder on your phone for soft skills so it's easy to reference. Nonverbal cues, as we know, outweigh what we actually say. That genuine smile that crinkles your eyes.
Come on! Yeah!
And when we're not smiling, keep those corners up. Remember, we've learned how to keep a pleasant, warm, resting face. Also, open posture, uncrossed arms, turn toward the other person, good eye contact, that 50-70 rule that we learned. 50% of the time when you're speaking and 70% of the time when you're listening. Nodding when you're listening, your facial expressions, a relaxed brow and jaw, mirroring, which we just refreshed on, and those calm, slow, broad gestures and movements. Our vocal cues for warmth are obviously a warm and smooth tone, a steady pace of speaking, not rushed, good inflection, think of underlining certain words, a gentle volume, and that cadence with pauses that punctuate or allow the other person to respond. Verbal cues are those words that we speak, and we want to use language that signals care, safety, and respect. As we've already learned, we're using their name 3 times, naming their emotion. That sounds stressful. I understand why you're frustrated. This can be overwhelming. Using inclusive language, let's walk through this together. Showing appreciation. Thank you for sharing that. We appreciate you. I'm glad you said something. Or stating support. I'm going to make this smooth and easy on you. I've got you. Behavioral cues are where we show warmth through our actions, not just our presence. We use that active listening we learned and give our full presence. We're patient with the other person. We seek first to understand, then be understood. We use that Q-tip. Quit taking it personally by assuming the best, not the worst. And we show small acts of kindness by being attentive, going above and beyond, or helping before we're asked. Cues that can unintentionally give the opposite feeling of warmth are things like avoiding eye contact or just giving a glance instead of that 3 seconds of connection, rushing through the interaction, looking at your screen or turning away when they're speaking, overly scripted, formal, or alienating language like we talked about a few weeks ago, closed off body language, monotone speaking, and a nonplussed facial expression. So basically, anytime we're going through the motions. This week, we're going to pay attention to how we come across to patients, our teammates, and the people around us in everyday life. Are we using these cues to show warmth first? Because remember, competence without warmth makes people suspicious. We're going to help people decide that we are safe before we show them we are capable.